Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that.
Well, that's all right. I mean,
The nerve of mage not doing my job for me.
you had a John there, and you had to take care of him, and I understand.
No, just my sleep schedule is so badly screwed up, and apparently I did something wrong with setting my alarm.
Well, that's pretty high technology for you, so we understand.
Well, yeah, depending which year you make the cutoff at, I may be a boomer, so.
You're not a boomer, are you?
Well, I was born in 1964, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right on the cusp.
Yeah, I'm right on the edge. So some people say I am, some people say I'm Gen X. I never identified with any of those, so.
I try not to nowadays. Boomers have gotten such a bad name, and rightfully so for the most part. But those of us who, were hippies then and have continued to spend the last 50 years as hippies, kind of take offense.
Yeah, I've definitely identified more with the hippies my whole life. And I mean, what did the boomers do other than put down worldwide fascism?
They didn't do that.
Well, yeah.
These days they're encouraging it. Have you seen that? Have you seen that couple where it's a mom and dad, and there's a son and daughter, and mom and dad are megas, and son and daughter aren't, and they're asking them basic questions, like, would you do anything Trump tells you to do? Kind of questions.
I've seen a couple of little clips on things like that. I don't think I've seen the specific one you were meaning.
The son says, "Okay, Dad, if I'm in Los Angeles, and Dad thinks Los Angeles and New York are all communists.
Yeah,
they live in Kansas or Oklahoma or something. Anyway, if I was in L.A. and Trump ordered everybody in this mall where I'm watching a movie be killed by the Marines, would you feel okay with that?" And Dad says, "Well, yeah. If he had a reason, or there must have been a good reason for him to do it."
So, yeah.
We got Journey in here.
Journey's just in the side chat so far, but he's saying the official cutoff for boomers is 65, so then I wouldn't be.
Oh my God, my little brother's a boomer. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, Journey, can you get in here with us? I put the the link is in the Twitter chat. I was rushing here, so there we go. I gotta find my Discord tab and I gotta throw it out there too.
Hi, Molly. Hi, Deep State. So why is today Rubber Ducky Day?
Because yesterday wasn't Wednesday.
Oh.
Technically, Rubber Ducky Day was yesterday, but
why has it been declared Rubber Ducky Day? Why do we have a Rubber Ducky Day? Do we have a celebration to attend to, or?
Well, why shouldn't we have a Rubber Ducky Day? I mean, Rubber Ducky is a beloved icon.
Well, they are in Chicago. I know that.
Well, did you know that back in the early 70s, the Sesame Street song that Ernie sang, Rubber Ducky,
Rubber
actually,
ducky, you're
yeah,
the one. You make bath time so much fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you.
you do that voice awfully good. Yeah,
I
but
try.
that song actually made the Billboard Top 10 chart.
Journey. I got it at the bottom of the MidAmerica page. Unless what's his name went in there and put 100,000 dog pictures in there again.
Well, I just dropped it in Discord. I hadn't done that before, but so it's in the Discord now also. But yeah, it should be in the Twitter, although for some reason the image didn't come up, so it just looks like a line of text. Twitter's been doing that a lot to me lately.
Yeah, I can't find how to figure out which it's going to do. I've had it happen too.
There he is.
Da, 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 da.
Hi, gang.
Hello.
Ducky, you're the one.
So yeah, who else do we have in the side chat? There's Commander. There is my friend Molly, my bestie.
Oh. So we're all in the deep freeze suddenly, hey?
Oh, are we? I haven't looked outside yet today.
I felt the wind come through the windows. The damn apartment dropped 10 degrees. Oh.
Yeah, I was hearing it last night.
Well, it took a while to get from there to here.
Yeah, I've got really drafty windows too, because they're the sliding kind and those never seal right. Hey, Sammy.
So, do any of you actually own a rubber ducky?
Yes. Actually, in the bathroom, I've got a shelf that I've got a little collection of all the little rubber duckies. And actually, I just added one a couple of days ago. When I was at the auto parts store, they had just like a jar of them on the counter, and
Oh, nice.
and there was one in there that's dressed as a little dragon, so I had to get it.
Nice.
My favorite rubber ducky bit was when that comedian put together that online thing where he has a rubber ducky war with his roommate. You remember that?
Oh, James Beach.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
that's it. Yes. God Almighty, was that funny?
Yeah, I haven't seen that clip in a couple of years, but now I remember it.
He's brilliant. We should find it on YouTube and play it for everybody.
Yeah. Hi. Oh. Sammy's son thinks since I took a nap, it's feeding time again.
Oh,
he wants second breakfast.
Deep stage backstage.
Oh. Sorry, Commander. I was distracted by Sammy's son.
It's all right.
Hi, Commander.
Look at that sexy Furby, not Furby, furry.
Yep.
Hey, furries and Furbies are different things.
I have the ability to do two things. Say hello like this with the hand and flip the bird. And I will have more soon.
Cool.
Nice.
The difference between Furbies and furries is I've never had sex with a furry.
Wait a minute, Jenny. Are you implying that you are the cause of the mutant Furbies?
Oh no, I would no. No.
Okay, make sure you always use protection.
Hi, Giga Tranny.
It's actually a running joke with Dr. Ben to, find the most horrid mutant Furbies. Hello, Ned. Hey, Ivy.
I'm here.
Hello.
I'm still looking for the YouTube link.
Giga Tranny of the Master Race. Okay, I don't know who this is, but
I wonder why they think it's okay to use the word tranny.
yeah, well, a lot of people are not aware that it's a slur, so
Well, they sure the
we'll
hell
keep
should
an
be
eye
by
on
now.
them, but yeah. Okay. So now that we
Tranny,
are,
isn't that a transmission?
Whenever someone says that's one of the things, but whenever someone has master race in any title, you got to be worried.
Yeah.
I'm
I
definitely
got to
pulling for the
switch
mystical
the
place.
icon.
Okay, yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if we have Aunt Trevor or any of our usual moderators out there.
Oh, I'm being told to mind myself.
Yeah, I just saw that. So tread lightly. One more crack like that, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
well.
be timing you out.
Oh, they can say anything they want. I don't listen to children.
Oh, yeah, go
And
just
since almost everybody on the planet isn't. Hey, Sandy.
Oh, hey, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Glass art? Is that what you're into now, Sandy? Yeah, well, we're just gonna watch them closely, but they're borderline comments, so if they do it again, they're gonna start popping them out. I am so
Interesting.
sorry, everybody, that I was so late here. I had got up this morning to feed the cats, and I fell asleep again in my chair. And I'm supposed to have an alarm that goes off to tell me to get ready an hour before all the time.
That's it. That's it, Purple. Tomorrow I'm going to drive up to St. Cloud and administer 10 lashes with a wet noodle.
Bring the book on
That'll
how to
hurt.
set your alarm too.
With a wet noodle, that will hurt.
So how are things in your neck of the state, Journey?
Well, I've been personally I've been okay so far, but I'm aware that ICE has been extra asshole-ish. A Facebook friend of mine posted a rather lengthy description of the things they've been up to and the things the community has been up to in response, and I put that in the Twitter chat like yesterday, I think.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of ice activity here, and very clearly they are targeting the Somali people around here.
Well, they just pulled
And they are also been threatening people's lives.
Yeah.
they
What were you
just pulled
saying, Jenny?
they just pulled legal status for 1,000 Somalis. They're sending them away.
2 people I know wound up getting abducted by ICE Saturday because they were filming
goodness.
them harassing people going in and out of a Somali-owned business. So, and of course, even with lawyers involved, we couldn't figure out where they were holding them or anything. So they released them yesterday morning. Never told them what they were arrested for or anything. Just because ICE didn't want anybody documenting what they were doing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sandy. Keep an eye on them for us.
And Trump has been threatening now Iceland.
Yep.
Or is it Iceland or Greenland?
Greenland.
Yeah,
That was-
Greenland.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we
now.
added Iceland to the list. Yeah, but Trump also has been trying to bribe the citizens of Iceland, offering them $100,000 to support the U.S.
Yeah.
And then lose their health
That's
care.
not going to work.
Yeah, pretty much universal. From
And not
Iceland, I've heard is been, why would we want to be American?
Yep. What were you
why
saying,
would you want to have assholes in your streets threatening everyone?
Yep.
Ah.
And besides, who would ever want to leave the country that gave us Lego?
Yeah. Something to step on.
That's probably part of their defense.
It hurts when you
strategy.
step on it. Fun when you play with him.
Actually, just last night I was just explaining. Molly and I were at the thrift store, and she saw a bag of the jacks there. They're the rubber ones now. They were metal when I was a kid. And just saying that those might be the only thing worse than Lego to step on. So I was explaining.
Oh,
to her,
yes. In fact,
yeah, I was
sorry.
explaining to her what caltrops were.
Yep.
If
yeah.
you spread jacks or barbed wire on the ground when you have mounted cops, the horses don't like that very much.
Yep. That's what caltrops were. They were basically jacks with all the points sharpened. So if you're running away from somebody, you could just drop a bunch of them behind you, and whoever was trying to run after you would, get their feet all messed up.
Hi, Demon Orb.
Hey, Demon and right-handed Sith.
Hello, demon right-handed step. Yeah, I can do this. Or this. And I'm going to have a few more done.
Nice.
She's alive.
Thanks, Sandy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we've
Sith.
got Jinzu. So yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. I was so late. So, people are just now getting the notification. I think that we are finally live.
Well, Mage had a surprise thing. They were able to get a unexpected doctor's appointment, and they had to go.
Yeah, I saw that. That was one of
I
the
wish
last
I could
lines.
get a doctor's appointment.
I wish I could get a doctor's appointment. Oh.
Yeah, I've got to make an appointment because My GP left the clinic at the end of the year, so now I've got to go and meet a new GP. Start all over. Right-handed Sith has a good point. The D4 dice, no matter how they land, there's always a point up. Yeah, there's always streams going, with some of the Lego people about, what is the worst Lego element to step on? Of course. Fun fact, part of the reason just the standard Lego bricks hurt so much to step on, they are engineered to withstand a crushing force of 800 psi. So yeah, specifically so a person stepping on them will not deform the brick at all.
The brick has such tight tolerances that the tolerances are like maybe a 1/10 of a thousandth of an inch.
Yep. And that's the difference between Lego and all the knockoff brands. None of the knockoff brands have that level of precision. Even like between Lego and Mega Block, if you like build a wall of them that's like 50 bricks long and put them together, you will find the Mega Block wall is going to wind up being very slightly longer, because part of the tolerance with the standard Lego bricks is they actually intentionally leave a tiny gap between the bricks. And it's such a small gap, you can't see it with an eye, you can't fit a piece of paper between them. But they leave that tiny gap in there just to make sure that when the bricks lock in, they're not actually pushing against each other.
I actually looked into counterfeiting Lego bricks. And I figured that even if I had a press to hold the molds together, I couldn't make it for anything but the wholesale price of Lego bricks. In other words, I couldn't make any fucking profit whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah, there are some people now that have, opened up stores. But yeah, their prices are always higher. The only value to them is that they are sometimes making pieces that Lego has not made. And
For a really long time, or
what was that?
at all. For a really long time or at all. And the reason why I looked into counterfeiting them, because I went through a tool and die apprenticeship and I actually knew how to make the molds and did stuff like mold making and die making.
Yeah. Well, and that's the expensive part is, making the molds.
Yep.
That the development of a mold, and again, the molds with that level of precision. And to avoid
you need to
bootlegging,
control the temperature of the mold.
Yep. To avoid bootlegging, Lego has always wanted to make sure their molds don't fall into anyone else's hands. So the molds for discontinued pieces are actually put into the foundations of their new buildings before they pour the concrete.
Whoa.
So there are actually the worn out molds are actually in the foundation of the Lego factories.
They must go through huge money with mold making, because molds definitely wear out and have to be redone.
Yep.
And with the volume that they're putting out.
Did you know that there are actually...
I don't know what they put.
Go ahead, Commander.
I I was just wondering if they put anything like glass or different kinds of fibers in the plastic to make it stronger.
No, the standard bricks are just ABS plastic.
Then the mold shouldn't wear out that quickly. Molds that have abrasive particles in the plastics go really fast.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Heathen Granny.
Hey, and then
Hello.
oh no.
Hi, Granny.
Oh, and right-handed Sith. I'm sorry, I missed you.
Hey, Sandy, I appreciate you being out there playing the Whack-A-Troll.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm not sure what setting it is, but usernames that have slurs or quote unquote bad words in them, I don't see. Like, I didn't see that person's username, and when Megan Fox's giant boobs posts, I don't see them either.
Oh, I didn't see the Megan Fox one at all.
Well, no, not in this stream, but
Oh.
When that person posts in other streams, I don't see them.
Yeah, and that's I think that the average person in the side chat, does not realize how much the moderators really help. The moderators don't get nearly enough credit in these chats. So Antjer has generally been our self-appointed moderator. I never asked anybody to do it, but it really helps a lot to have somebody out there watching that for me, because I can't watch it all the time. And actually the only reason I've been aware of the comments is that Sandy has been knocking him down from the YouTube chat, so I am only seeing him in the StreamYard chat. But yeah, that Giga person definitely crossed the line, because they claim that that there is a Chinese knockoff who I will not name that were the same as Lego Brick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not putting up with anybody slurring Legos like that.
Legos are sacred.
Did you hear about their latest collaboration? They're starting to put together Pokemon Lego kits.
Yep.
Apparently one of them is like $500 or something.
Yeah. Well, they do the kits for adult collectors, and some of those. There actually was a Death Star kit that went over $1,000 already.
Yeah, I think that's just obscene.
I think so too, but people are buying them. Thanks, Sandy. Nope, I trust my moderators. I am not going to be second guessing the moderators on things. Okay, and I know I said it wrong myself, but it is always Lego. You don't put an S on it, because according to the son of the company's founder, Lego is a noun that is both singular and plural on its own.
Okay.
And you were talking about somebody else disrespecting their name, and you go and misnumber them.
That's right. That's why I'm apologizing, because yes, I said it wrong myself there.
Nah, Spooky, you didn't miss much. Just
Yep.
some guy who thinks putting a slur in as his name is acceptable. Some of us don't take kindly to that kind of bullshit,
Yeah,
immature
Hi,
childish
Spooky.
behavior.
just your typical troll, nothing big.
No, I don't think they were a troll. I think they were probably a youthful person of the community who just thinks it's okay to say that kind of stuff, and it's not. It's just not.
No, if you saw all the comments, they're a troll.
I did see all the comments. And
Okay.
I still don't think they're the troll.
All right.
I think they're a young person with an attitude.
Well, so what?
But I thought that was the
What's
very
the difference
definition of
between
a
that and a
troll,
troll?
whether or
Yeah.
not they grow out of it.
Oh no, I can be a troll sometimes, and I'm kind of grown out of living.
Well, yeah. We're trying to prep for you, Jenny. You know, I am tired of losing community members. So, you know, we're working on the necromancy.
Sorry, I don't do necro stuff. That's a dying art, you know.
Isn't
Oh.
that the stuff? Necromancers aren't these the stuff from the Chronicles of Riddick? Necromancers.
Well,
I saw that movie.
I have great hope for Molly's son. He is a plant necromancer. People bring him dead plants and he brings them back to life. So I'm just waiting for him to, you know, move up to animals.
Yeah, they were the necronter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no right-handed stuff.
But the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, you didn't really miss much because, yeah, I had fallen asleep on the job literally, so we have only been going for about half an hour here.
And
So,
we still haven't answered the question of rubber duckies. Why rubber duckies?
I wish
We
I
went
had
to
a
rubber duckies before most of our panel got here.
I wish I had a rubber ducky to break my fall when I fell over backwards on an icy road last Monday.
Oh,
that makes my butt hurt just thinking about it.
Not with my head. And that is, I think,
it has been snowing all week.
You cracked your head on the pavement?
I think I have a concussion.
Yeah, well,
but
shouldn't you go and get that looked at?
Yes, you should.
I keep telling him to.
No.
Ned, do not mess around with a head injury. Go get.
I know. Out. I had it before, and it is not that bad. I wasn't dizzy. I wasn't nauseated. I wasn't.
That's not the point. You can bash your head and feel just fine, and a day later, you get a blown valve and you bleed in your brain to death.
Yeah.
That's why you go get a
cause an aneurysm.
I'm not worried.
Question for you, Ned. You said you've had it before. Is that when Ivy first appeared to you?
No. No. Ivy started talking when I had her for the first time, narrating a video of mine.
Well, I know how it is, you know, with the characters in my novels. You know, when a new character pops up and they just, you know, they want to make sure that I know their whole backstory before we go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I literally, you know, if I'm bored, if my brain is not occupied with something, my characters will start talking to me and start narrating new stories to me.
So all this talk about necromancy got me thinking. There should be a sequel to Black Beauty, where the main character's daughter learns the art of necromancy. So she brings back the stallion Black Beauty from the dead. And of course, the tagline would be, you can't beat this dead horse.
So she has her way with dead horses, huh?
That would be necrophilia.
That is doing something else with the dead horse.
Yeah, we're not going into necrophilia. I mean, it's okay to bring them back to the dead, but you can't have sex with them.
Okay, but if you do something with the dead horse, will this horse get dead horses as baby?
You mean undead horses that were born?
Yeah, something like zombies or something. Zombie horses.
For zombie
Well,
horses.
If a necromancer brings somebody back from the dead, then what? They come back as a lich?
This is an idea for some kind of Naked Gun like spoof movie.
Well, a big thing with necromancy a lot of times is bringing them back to have an undead army.
Yeah.
So you would need a bunch of undead horses so you can have an undead cavalry.
But then you
would
need
be-
undead riders, or it's really, really icky for the riders.
What do you call a vampire in love? A necromancer.
Necromancy.
No, Dracula would go after live living people who haven't been bitten yet. So
Yeah, and he'd go after their necks.
Yep.
Hence, neck romancer.
There's actually a short series on YouTube. There's an artist called Punky Doodles. And she has a short series about this goth girl having a relationship with a necromancer. And it's just all short clips with good jokes like that. And one of them, her friend's asking her, how are things going with the necromancer you're dating? And she says, he asked me to help him raise a family, or she asked him to raise a family with me. And she said, gee, that's moving pretty fast. And she says, yeah, but he bought me my own shovel.
Seems like I had a good idea. Well, look what someone says in the side chat. The Naked Gun
Naked
5
and
Yeah, read it.
Okay. If Ned's around, so are you, Ivy. Kind of hard to get rid of your alter ego, isn't it?
oh, that Ivy is such a bitch.
And then, yep, Naked Gun 5 3/5. 5 dark men in boned. Okay. But you really need to avoid the reference to 3/5 in the same sentence with dark men. That's a bit of U.S.
Yeah.
history. Oh, we got some static feedback there.
oh, not me.
Yep, and it's not Ned. Even when Ned muted, it's not there.
No.
Might have been me.
Okay.
It's not Jenny.
Did I
Try to
see
finish that
Slim
maybe.
here?
Yeah.
No, Slim's not in the chat yet.
I saw
What it
Slim in there.
was I'm logged in for this
Oh,
StreamYard, his streamer's account, and I didn't change the logo when I logged in. So I actually have
was
to
a-
log out and then come back in again.
it was a ghost.
The ghost in the machine.
Is it that Ned fucking around stuff again? Damn that
Oh,
guy.
yeah. Must be. Even if I did it, they still blame me.
I am starting to render the intro of the Salute King, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but only the penguins who just leave Earth.
Yes.
And then they
Sandy,
have
that
to come back, of course.
Yeah, but they come back in force.
I'm sorry, I have a delay.
No, that's okay.
Jinzu, I logged out and logged back in to see if my end was the static.
Yeah. Yeah, Sandy, I highlighted that comment just because some people on the panel thought it was a decent joke, so I did not actually look at who had posted it first, which I should have. So, did not mean to override you. Okay. Yeah, Giga, if you're going to come back with a new name and you already were told that was a slur, you need to come back with a more appropriate name. Oh, Vipeka. Okay, so does anybody have any undead rubber ducks?
I don't have any rubber ducks at all.
No.
I used to have an undead pizza delivery guy.
I do have a few undead teddy bears.
Wait, I want to hear about the undead pizza delivery guy.
One of my employees was one of those miniature army guy freaks.
Yeah.
I mean he had armies like crazy. It was really insane. Anyways, he picked up an undead pizza delivery guy. It's a skeleton walking around with a little Domino's hat and a pizza box.
Nice.
And he gave it to me. And I lost it in one of my moves.
Oh.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, I'm bummed. He also did all those like those mech warriors and all that kind of stuff. Interesting hobby.
Okay. Now I'm thinking I don't know where I can personally find all the pieces, but we could do an undead pizza delivery guy as a Lego minifig. I know they make all the pieces for it. I just don't know where I'd find them all in my collection. My collection is not organized. It's just loose parts dumped in big bins.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just not with it much today.
Yeah.
I can do it myself, thank you.
Well, I mean, it's about time you got here.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the show was over half an hour late because you weren't here to start it when I was sleeping. Jenny had to call me on the phone to wake me up before we could get started.
I called you 3 times.
Oh, hold on.
So Purple, how do you feel about your new?
Times?
Yeah, Purple, how do you feel about your new name? 3 times.
Sorry, I was trying to work out a joke for that and I couldn't put it together.
Are you going to
Well-
rebrand yourself as that now?
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to run out again here, but I'm
Oh.
going to eat first.
Oh,
I mean-
yeah. Now you get to eat. I didn't get to do that. But I did feed the cats. I made sure that Sammy and Ethan ate. So, unfortunately, Sammy was starting to have some problems, so I had to put him, on a new diet and give him wet food every morning, which violates a rule that I've been telling everybody else not to do. That since I started feeding him in the morning, now if I sleep too long, he wakes me up. So I had gotten up this morning and I fed the cats. And I got back in my chair and I was watching YouTube and I fell asleep again. That's why I wasn't here on time. Yeah.
Well-
Yeah. Somebody go poke Aunt Jer, get her in here to do her job. Sandy's trying to fill in for her.
Well,
I'll say it again because the moderators don't get nearly enough credit. Anybody who has run a stream, you need some moderators to play the whack-a-troll game.
I was told about 2 hours from when the appointment was going to be that I had gotten an appointment, and thanks to my uncle.
Uh-huh.
So got up there. They were worried that it was viral, so they had me stay in the car. They were in call to confirm the appointment from the car. I called, and they put me on hold for the next 40 minutes, then hung up on me.
Yeah.
So I called back, got the appointment confirmed about 15 minutes late. Got in there, and it turns out it was possible an ear infection, but also it was impacted earwax. They had these little spray bottle they were trying to clean it out with, and it took 2 of those bottles to get it out.
Couldn't they just get like a 1/4-inch bit and a drill?
That might have been what they needed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I just
that stuff can get nasty if it builds up too much.
Yeah, so I just got they got me on some drops that I need to pick up now. So I'm just gonna eat and do that.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah. One
Sammy's
time,
son has a history of ear infections, so now I take him to the groomer to get his ears cleaned every time they trim his nails.
nice. One time I had an earwax issue, and I went to one of those quack in the box clinics, and when they were done cleaning my ears out, I was actually able to hear traffic going by on the road outside the clinic while I was inside the clinic.
Yep.
And I wasn't able to hear that when I went into the clinic.
I can imagine. I've been aware of it, so I always do some self-cleaning. Mostly when I'm in the shower, I just, get a stream of hot water going in there to melt out any wax.
Yeah. And
But occasionally when it's gotten bad, I've used peroxide.
And while I was in the seat and they were dealing with the situation, they were trying to use water to flush it out. And I had so much water in my ear that I couldn't even hear the nurse talking to me. Like, she tried to say, okay, Journey, can you do this? And then she had to shove me. Huh? What? Did you say something to me? And now I keep some peroxide in the house, specifically to flush them out occasionally.
I do it with a Q-tip. Just put it just as far up your ear that you feel the water, and then it just sucks in and it's gone.
Yeah, when I get out of the shower, I have to use a Q-tip to dry it out.
Not too deep, just when it reaches the water, it sucks, just the water sucks into it.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, because the water will wick up into the cotton real fast.
I was told at an early age by a doctor that the only thing you should ever put in your own ear is your own elbow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I can lick my ear with my tongue.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
I get paid a lot.
Okay, now I am totally dumbfounded that you're not getting dates.
But can you tie a cherry stem in a knot using only your tongue?
A square knot.
I have actually done that trick.
That's
Sloth Girl was saying she thought it was a myth, so I had to demonstrate it to her.
That's quite something.
Yep. And I can't reach my ear, but I actually can touch the tip of my nose with my tongue.
Are you related to Gene Simmons?
I wish. I wouldn't be living like this if I could inherit some of that money.
I met the guy once, purely by accident. Yeah. That was when they performed here in the Netherlands, and we were way too early, my then wife and me. And then I got to talk with the sound guy, and he showed me how everything worked. And then he walked in, and then the sound guy introduced me as a Dutch colleague of him, and we said, "Hey, hi," and that was all. Then he walked away.
Yeah. Still,
but he gave me the best. He showed me the best place to sit at the side. Go sit there, he said, and we did. And halfway the show, and my wife wasn't even looking, he comes up on this surfboard that is mounted on some of these Manitou hydraulic things. He comes to me and he rolls out his tongue, and I saw it, and I said, "Uh-oh, now I know why I should hear it." And my wife didn't see it.
Well, that's a good thing. You would have lost your wife.
She eventually got literally kicked out with the boot. She treated him horribly.
Oh, sorry.
I had the wife from hell.
Yeah, I had an abusive relationship with my ex. And differentiating, my late fiance was wonderful to me, but my ex that I lived with in the 90s and early 2000s got increasingly more abusive over the years.
Yeah, she was manipulative, and she robbed me from every penny I got. That is, and that's enough to say online. I'm over it. I'm out of it, and it's okay.
With my ex, it actually started because her kids liked me, and then it turned out that once all of the kids were old enough to take care of themselves, I had outlived my usefulness, and she booted me out. So yeah, that's
Heathen Granny. It's just a pest, a troll with dozens of accounts.
Yeah, Sandy was taking care of it, but Apparently, they were just changing a couple of letters in their name and coming back. Okay, so has anybody tried to save up the earwax to make a rubber ducky?
No.
Nice callback, Purple.
Okay, so
it wouldn't be a rubber ducky. It would be a wax ducky.
okay. I was just wondering if it would float properly, or if it would like capsize or what.
I did have a plastic ducky, not rubber.
Yeah, Jenny, I got the reference you were making before that Chicago had a giant rubber ducky.
No, Chicago has a race every year with 10,000 duckies. They dump in the river, and first one to get to the end of whatever their course is wins.
Okay. Actually, they used to do that in Minneapolis, but then they started to realize the environmental problems of thousands of duckies that were not found. So it was just dumping plastic into the environment there. I forget which river they used to do that on.
Well, we had this guy called Boyan Slat. I can't help it; it's his name. Who had made a system to clean up the drifting trash in rivers. And to demonstrate it, he had this ship laying in Amsterdam, and there was a truckload of rubber duckies that were dumped in the water, and this thing cleaned it up in time of an hour. There were only a few of them were left. Then I wonder, where the hell did you get a truckload full of rubber duckies?
From the rubber ducky factory.
That must be. But there is a video of it. It is not. It is. I even have it in a video I made once. Well, thousands.
Yeah. Well, I can see that from some factory in China that's knocking them out cheap. They probably send over a whole shipping container for distribution to different stores.
Must be. I don't know.
Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Okay. There is a beach in Britain that to this day, people go out there and find Lego pieces. Find Lego pieces washed up on the beach because
a Lego ship sank there.
That is
I
a
think
real
it was in
thing.
1975 that a full shipping container of Lego sets fell off the ship in a storm. So it is, as that shipping container is gradually rusting, that pieces of Lego keep floating up out of it.
Here in the Netherlands, there is a guy who made a sailing boat that looks like a rubber duck. You can sail with it. It has a mast. It has sails and everything. And every time we have some boat show like a sail or something, it is always there. The polyester duck. It was a little bit smaller than on the picture now.
If I had had time to find this one before the show, this would have made a good backdrop for the show.
That is a real giant rubber ducky. I saw it when it visited Virginia Beach.
Yeah, this is not AI.
A Harbor Day.
Yeah, this is not AI. This is an inflatable duck that has two.
Yeah, it's inflatable.
Yeah.
But the thing I mean was polyester. It was a real boat. You could sail in it, and it has the shape of a rubber duck. I think it had a keel and a rudder and everything under the waterline. But it was I believe there are videos on YouTube of that thing.
Oh yeah, you can find You can find videos on YouTube of it in different cities.
It was for the first time. It was in Sail, Amsterdam, when this guy with this ship came on, and everybody had to laugh. And since then, he's always everywhere with that boat. Oh, if it sails good, I don't know, but it sure is funny.
Yep. One event that they do still have here in Minneapolis, it's part of the Aquatennial celebration every summer, is it's a build your own boat race. And that one of the prizes is just for like the most creative one. So you get people building their boats to look like all sorts of things, and then they race them. And a good percentage of them sink as soon as they hit the water because they're all homemade things. It's the milk carton boat race. That's what I'm thinking of.
I posted a picture for you to bring up and show of a rubber ducky.
Yep. Yeah, the giant rubber duck. I've got it on the screen.
Oh, I can't see it.
Yep. Looks like it's towering over a tugboat.
I have another one I'm presenting. Oh, I have to pull this one down. The Wisconsin is in the background. The battleship Wisconsin.
I thought they sunk that thing.
Oh, I need to re-download it.
Did you hear Trump's great plan that he is ordering the Navy to build a new class of Trump-class battleships?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody has built a battleship since World War II.
Yeah, pretty much. They're floating targets.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just a complete waste of money. They are not useful anymore.
Did you see the AI things of how Trump's battleship would look like? All gold and diamonds and stuff.
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, it was all gold.
Yeah. Well, and okay, yep.
Oh yeah, that's big.
It's fucking huge, rubber ducky.
Yeah, it's a vinyl ducky.
Also, even if they were to build another battleship today, it would not be named for Trump.
No,
because U.S. battleships have always been named for states.
Yeah, you have to have a state named after
him. And it's also drone food.
It's not
drone food.
Drone food?
Drone, as in the Ukrainians have sunk a bunch of battleships and submarines with maybe drones that cost $5,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of the Ukraine drones that have been taking out equipment don't cost anywhere near that. Because someone developed a drone that literally is built out of the cardboard shipping box.
Yeah.
So basically, they're just shipping a motor in a box, and the box is printed where to cut it with instructions on how to assemble the cardboard into a little airplane.
The most expensive stuff is the electronics and the motors. That's all.
I was on YouTube in the radio control craft, which I like to go to a lot and watch stuff. Somebody's put together your basic drone built purely for speed, and it has achieved 432 miles an hour, something like that.
I think I saw that. But you
Wasn't
know this
aware they
guy
could
called,
get up to those speeds.
do you know this guy called Peter Sirpol or something?
Oh
He
yeah,
built-
Peter's
He built a plane
he's a genius.
only from cardboard.
Oh, he does all kinds of stuff like that. He built a flying toilet.
Yeah.
He's built all kinds of really wild stuff. The kid really is brilliant.
So
At the grocery store here,
on my
they've got
American phone. Oh,
what was that? Commander?
never mind. I'll share I'll share the video file in your server when I can get my American phone. Someone made a radio control Snoopy in the doghouse, like fighting the Red Baron.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that. Snoopy in his doghouse, flying like a plane. Really?
People have done lots of stuff. There's one of the more popular ones is a flying lawnmower. Snoopy
Yeah,
right
also.
up there.
Yep.
Just all kinds of things. There's guys who make radio control airplanes that are nothing more than a stick that has two rings mounted on it that act as wings and control surfaces all at once.
Yeah, and
It's pretty wild.
There's guys who made the Enterprise fly, the
Mhm.
model, of course, but it just flew, came over, and it was quite big even.
I wonder if we could make a Kraken fly.
I don't
One
know.
of the big things for the super rich dudes is to build scale airliners, like 777 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and they'll build these things that have a wingspan of 30 feet, and it's a remote control toy, and it's just incredible what these guys can spend money on.
I once saw this guy who made a Mustang fighter, but half size, and he could even fly in it. It was half the size of a real Mustang.
Well, that's another thing that collectors, actual pilot collector types will do. Is it's popular to build a 1/3 scale Mustang. A Spitfire is popular. Some guy supposedly is working on a 1/3 scale P-38 and cool shit like that.
I wonder how many of the UFO sightings these guys account for. Just because they're sending up weird-looking planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, with everybody being able to buy drones.
But I did see the Enterprise fly over my head once. I
Hey,
told you the
Hunter.
story.
Ooh, let's show Aunt Jer's video.
Okay, give me a minute to bring it up here. Okay, yeah, the video Aunt Jer's got here is only 2.5 minutes, so bum, 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 bum.
Are you all right?
Okay, share screen. There it is. Share audio. Make sure I get this right. Okay. Yeah, there's always one more button I keep forgetting. Oh, we gotta take the rubber duck down for me to put this up.
Oh gosh, no kidding.
A rubber ducky little free library.
On the hunt for tiny plastic ducks hiding in so-called duck libraries throughout the city. An anonymous person started the trend, and then a dog walker continued their mission to spread joy through a take a duck, leave a duck policy. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson spoke to some New Yorkers who are getting in on the fun.
Think of JJ Cirillo as the keeper of the ducks.
I'm here to give them ducks because I'm the duck librarian.
A very prominent position overseeing and restocking these metal boxes. Meet Joe from Brooklyn. Open it.
You want me to open this? Something gonna jump out at me?
No! Inside, you'll find a load of ducks. Take one.
You want me to take one of these?
Yes.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
thanks.
See?
Wow, that's pretty nice. That is genius.
JJ tells me this all started when she crossed paths with a stranger.
I saw him once place an object on one of the railings, and I looked to see what it was, and it was a duck.
She asked the mystery man if she could do the same. He approved. Then this appeared. The still anonymous giver was added again. Put up the very first library. JJ spotted a group of kids run up to the box, mounted on a pole in Chelsea.
And there was just a whole crowd of kids around it, and it just made my day. Like
Yeah.
the joy that it brought me was bringing them.
It's now a movement captured on JJ's Instagram page, Chelsea Duck Mags. She added this library on Seaman Avenue in Inwood, where we left an Eyewitness News duck, and another inside the library in Chelsea Piers.
I think it'll get snatched up quick.
I think it'll be gone by the time we come back.
The one rule, if you take a duck, JJ says please leave one or several.
Here we are as adults, and we run into a duck, and it's glorious.
This effort recently hit rough waters. Someone stole one of the libraries. That aside, JJ's wish is for people to put more up in their neighborhoods, something that's already happening.
There's one in Edinburgh, Scotland, who wanted to do it, so I told her how and what to do, so she does it.
Spreading sunshine, one duck at a time. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Okay. Yep.
Nice.
That's great.
That's fun. Yeah. We
Well,
gotta start doing
I
that.
love the whole idea of that. Communities have put up, or individuals in their communities have put up free libraries. There's one here in town that's free food. You know, you leave canned foods or non-perishable stuff, and people can come by and take what they need.
Yeah, there's one here in St. Cloud too that there's like that people can leave non-perishable food in it.
I can't remember where it was, but there was some place, some town. I'm pretty sure it was down south somewhere, where the people put up a free library in their own yard.
Yep.
And the city made them take it down, and they wouldn't, and so the city came out and destroyed it. And it's like,
Well,
what the fuck is wrong with you people?
That was something I was wondering about, that with those duck libraries being attached to city signposts. If somebody from the city wasn't going to get uppity and say that they're not allowed to do that. Aunt your Sandy has been filling in for you, and we've had a troll who Sandy has banned a couple of times, and they've just changed a couple of letters in their name and come back again. So, and I have said several times that moderators don't get nearly enough credit for keeping these chats going smoothly. So we really do appreciate all the effort and all you have done for us over the years.
Aunt Jer rocks.
Yep. And I never asked Aunt Jer to redo it. You know, she was self-appointed. She just started doing it. You know, and actually I think she's probably was doing it for longer than I realized. And in our community, you know, there's actually a network of the moderators, you know, that moderating on different channels. So they help each other out. They cover for each other. And basically, it helps them know, which users to be aware of. So it's kind of a little sub-community within our community. Yeah, I was meaning to bring this up. I learned about this from Aaron Raw. That people who drive Jeeps, that they leave a little rubber duck on somebody else's Jeep just to, say like cool ride. So if you see a Jeep with a bunch of rubber ducks across the dashboard, that is just, appreciation for other people in their group. The League of Extraordinary Mods, dubbed by Titan, yes. So yeah, actually there's the woman who parks right next to me in the parking lot has a row of rubber ducks across her dashboard. So I have started that, I'm up late at night. So if I have to run out to my van late at night, I have started sticking rubber ducks in the door handle of her car. And I am doing it as a kind of passive aggressive thing in this case, because she has complained to the building manager a couple of times that if I parked too close to her car, even though I was within the lines of my own parking space. So I have been leaving her like the most awful ducks that I don't want in my collection. One of them was a demonic clown.
So was the demonic clown duck named Trout?
I didn't ask him. I didn't want to talk to him. Yep. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make back time so much
Rubber
fun.
ducky, tons. That was Ronnie.
Do you want to hear one of my deepest?
I wonder if it's copyright.
Rubber ducky? Oh, I'm sure it is.
There is this movie called Duck, You Sucker, but that's something completely different. But it is a movie. Look it up. It's a real movie.
Do you want to know one of my deepest, darkest secrets?
Shoot.
Do we? Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I was actually a member of the Metropolitan Clown College of Chicago.
Wow.
But I was actually doing the clown thing at charity picnics.
Did you ever hang out in sewers? Either
No.
as an assignment or recreationally?
No. Yeah, I don't like being down in the sewers. Damp places are not good. If the sewers weren't so wet, I'd probably enjoy them because, I like small, enclosed, dark spaces. Yeah, that would be a good environment for me, but no, I'm not wading through the questionable water for that. It's
yeah.
also, unfortunately, also a good place to find stray cats
Where?
in sewers
Oh yeah.
because
I
it's
have a
often the only shelter they can find, and of course they're full of rodents, so they go hunting down there.
Well, our cat doesn't do that.
I have a
Our cat is friends with most of the dogs here.
I have a nephew who works as an engineer for the San Francisco City Sewer Department,
Ah,
and he goes wading through sewers on a well. It's not uncommon for him to wade through a sewer to sort something out.
what is he waiting for? Has it ever arrived?
All right.
It's just kind of sweet.
Yeah,
I saw my cat last time.
Triple sloth for that.
okay. Has it evolved into a rating system that you get 1 to 5 sloths for every joke?
Sure. Something that elicits just a wry chuckle. That's single sloth.
Yeah. Okay, and I got some sloths from the side chat from my juror. No, actually, Nin, we missed that one. Yeah, nobody has brought up the song Convoy.
Yeah. Hello, there's the rubber duck. Goodbye.
Yep.
Is there anybody? You got your ears on, buddy? Come on. Something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah, that they in the song Convoy, the character that is singing the song uses the CB handle rubber duck.
Yeah, and in the movie, it does. It is.
Rubber ducky is the name of the antenna type a lot of CBers will use
Yeah.
on their
Interesting.
handheld.
I didn't know that connection.
I have a lot of rubber ducks in that sort on my portable radios and stuff.
I love that idea of the duck library, and actually the tiny ones they were showing, rather than rubber ducks, those are actually cast resin. But I mean, you can buy a bag of like 100 of those, real cheap. So it'd be a good way to get one of those duck libraries started. Just buy an assorted bag of a bunch of different colors of those. I actually have a handful of those in different colors that I've gotten from, often see them at conventions.
Yeah. There was. Yeah, I watched the movie Convoy a while back, and I watched the DVD commentary, the director's commentary on the DVD along with it. So I know all sorts of useless trivia about that movie.
Knowing that movie exists is useless trivia.
Yeah.
But there was a
You're not
trend
wrong.
there in the 80s, that everything was about truckers. There were several TV shows about truckers.
Yeah.
They made
Yeah,
the movie BJ and the Bear into a TV series.
Oh, I didn't know it was a movie first. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, there was another one I can't remember the title of, but that these two guys with a truck just said the whole anything, anywhere, no questions asked. And it's like, You know
I'm up.
that's a good way to get yourself into human trafficking. Hey, Mage,
Hello.
did you bring the rubber ducky?
No, I didn't bring a rubber ducky. I
Ah,
probably could have picked one up when I was there. I did see
I got extra ones I can give you.
I did see a sloth plushie though.
Oh,
Well,
Do all sloths work at the DMV?
no, I'm pretty sure some of them were working at the pharmacy today.
uh, apparently some of them work at Social Security now because I had one time that I was put on hold for 2.5 hours. And at that point, it was after 5 o'clock, so I realized everybody had gone home and they had just left me on hold.
I was expecting that from the doctor today.
Ow,
I have 2 more photographs.
that's nothing.
Go out.
Okay, Jenny, you said you've got some photographs.
2 more.
So,
Well, at any rate, the pharmacy was having some issues with their computers, and they sent the prescription to the wrong pharmacy. Fortunately, they had some in stock, so I was able to get it while I was there.
So one time I had to wait a few days for Social Security. What happened was I was on the phone and I have a mid-rangey voice, so they decided that I didn't match my birth name. And so I had to have an appointment and wait to get the appointment to prove that I was who I was.
just because of your voice? That
Yeah.
sounds like a kind of weird discrimination.
Let's see here. How many doses are in this thing?
So we're going to see those pictures?
I'm working on it. I'm slow about this.
Yeah, you don't have me doing it right now.
Yeah, that's why I usually have Mage do it, because he's always much quicker about it. Yeah, Dekapish.
Am I supposed to start this tonight or wait until morning?
Start it tonight.
Hmm.
How often are you supposed to use it?
Twice a day.
Start it tonight.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you should start it as soon as you can. Okay, aren't you saying you should fill in with some useless trivia from the movie? From the Convoy movie?
Oh, I got some trivia about it. It was really a dumb fuck movie.
Oh.
It was one of those macho get your dick hard kind of movies.
Yeah, but it came out when the CB radio for the first time became legal in the Netherlands. Everyone had one of these things, and then Convoy came out in Smokey and the Bandit, and they were hits right away here because they had CB radios in it. In the United States, it was already long normal, but it took a while for us to get it.
There you
we
go.
had a CB base station, huh?
From Amazon.
Yep. We had a CB base station in our basement at the time, but we actually had a reason for that, was because my eldest brother was an over-the-road trucker, so that was the most reliable way to get a hold of him. Okay. Here's the pictures Jenny was sharing. The giant rubber ducky being escorted by 2 tugboats.
I think you cannot call that a ducky anymore.
Well, it's not rubber because it's inflatable, but it's still a ducky. Definitely a duck.
It's a vinyl duck, but
yep,
it's
but it needs a tugboat.
Tugboat.
You're
The
missing.
tugboat fits inside that duck.
You're missing one of the pictures.
I got 3 of them. This is just the first one. So, and here is about the ducks and the Jeep culture. Yeah, people who drive Jeeps will leave ducks on each other's Jeep.
Yeah, they like to think that they can float. And this one I got for Commander.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So, Commander, is this the auxiliary forces for when the water's too warm for the penguins?
I think so. I think I need to somehow work something like that into the movie. It's just too good.
Yep. Yeah, this one's great.
Well, you can get it at Amazon.
Yeah, I see it's got the Amazon choice there in the description.
Now that I'm home, Molly says it's playtime.
Well, of course. I mean, you left her alone forever. She didn't know if you were ever coming back.
She acted like that when I got home.
Yep. Well, that's dog.
Hey, have any of you ever had
dogs-
pneumonia?
I'm sorry, what was that, Jenny?
Have any of you ever had
Yes.
pneumonia?
Yes.
Yes.
How long does it take to go away?
I was down for quite a while, and then I also had secondary infections of bronchitis afterwards too. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's very situational. You
One-
can't really say it's like, a week to 10 days like a flu. It can hang on for a month or more.
yeah, it can be a long while.
Spring semester 2018, I had it twice.
And Jared has a propeller because all the militia equipment it has to carry weighs it down.
Yeah, it comes with its own helicopter. Yeah, I suppose that, with that helmet, that it wouldn't even be able to float upright if it didn't have something for the lift.
I could just see a bunch of those flying around with Wagner playing in the background.
Yeah.
Wagner.
Great.
Nice.
Wagner.
I had the Valkyries.
Wagner, yes.
The I don't know, Jenny or Journey. I don't know if either of you have been to the Science Museum of Minnesota.
Yep, I have.
Okay. The mounted triceratops they have there is named Fafner. Because when they first unveiled it, they if you look on the display plaque, there's a golden ring there. And Wagner's niece was there at the unveiling and christened it by putting that ring on its nasal horn, saying, "Finally, a crown for Fafner." So, just a bit of Minnesota trivia.
Nice.
And actually, my original avatar, it's not the one I'm using now, but the one that I had, that I started using like 6 years ago and using until I transitioned. That was drawn by Paul Agia, because he's got a thing that if you subscribe to his channel at a certain Patreon level, it used to be $5 a month, that he would do you as a cartoon, as a animated character, and you'd appear at the end of his videos. So I sent him a picture of myself, and I sent him a picture of Fafner, and just asked him to merge them together. So that was where my original avatar came from.
Nice.
I can't wait until I can get a patent and doctor for mine.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up the commander. What?
It doesn't matter.
I got the word platinum and I didn't get the rest of it.
It doesn't matter right now.
Okay. By the way, I know it's pointless for anyone else to enter, but Sammy has won World's Greatest Roommate for 8 years running, and he's in the lead for running the 9th year. He's in the lead for winning it for the 9th year. Somebody may have a chance this year because, like I say, now he wakes me up in the morning if I sleep too long. Although he still has never woken me up before 10:30. So. But now that he doesn't always let me sleep till noon, there may be a chance for somebody else to win World's Greatest Roommate for a change. People don't believe that I have such polite kitties that they don't wake me up and they watch over me. I have always said that I thought that Sammy Sam was Canadian because he is always apologizing even though he never causes any trouble. Oh, Jenny, I love that thing you posted to the group that Canada is now considering making Minnesota a Canadian province. I mean, I've been working on that since Reagan was in office.
I wish that they would say, you know what, entire Northeast, Minnesota, and West Coast, do you want to join? And I bet you could get an easy referendum on it.
Yeah, with everything Trump's doing, I am betting that almost every state that borders Canada would go for it.
You know what? One of the things that the Trump cabal is doing right now is they are paying people in Alberta to start talking about separation from the rest of Canada.
Yeah, but Alberta just had that on a ballot in an election last year, and it failed. So the majority of people there still think they're better off being part of Canada. But yeah, actually, my petition has generally included the whole upper Midwest. That I think, that Canada should just take, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, pretty much just take everything down to Chicago. Just let Canada.
The entire Northeast want to go.
Let Canada completely own everything that borders the Great Lakes.
No, you don't want Ohio anywhere near you. You don't want Indiana anywhere near you.
Well, yeah. We don't talk about Ohio. When I was in New York, I actually had a pull up asking if people would mind if I deleted Ohio just to save 4 hours on my drive between Minnesota and New York. And people were almost universally in favor of it, including the people living in Ohio.
I was looking for this rubber duck sailing ship, and I found something else. I uploaded a picture. I never seen a bird like this. It looks like it's fired by a cannon or something.
Well, if you want to put the picture in the Twitter chat, we could put it up on the screen.
I uploaded it here in the StreamYard.
Oh, okay. I see it.
I'm not in Twitter. At least not on this phone.
Orla, I live in a red county in Minnesota, and even the red county is pretty upset.
It's a ball bird.
If
Yeah.
Trump starts a war with NATO, how quickly do you think Canadian troops can advance with everyone basically either defecting in the military or helping the Canadian troops on the
Orla,
U.S. side of the border?
I think the people are too smart to actually start fighting back in a violent fashion because Trump is dying to announce martial law and control everyone in every city with the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, has not called in the National Guard because, he doesn't want this to seem like the military is taking over. But yeah, I'm in one of the reddest parts of Minnesota, and when we had like the No Kings rally, the turnout at the No Kings rally was literally close to 10% of the city. It's only a city of 30,000 people, and we had like over 2,500 people showing up at the protest.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
So yeah, I was talking at the beginning of the show that two people I know got arrested on Saturday because they were filming ICE harassing people going in and out of a Somali-owned business.
Yeah.
You guys, my Minnesota brethren here, you know that there's a political action being planned for the 23rd. It's to not buy anything, not go to work, not do anything day in Minnesota.
No, I hadn't heard about that one.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny movement right now, but push it.
Yeah, well, I could certainly do that and just, not leave my apartment all day.
Well, as I understand, the Congress is pretty ripe on the idea of impeaching the bastard, and that includes Republicans.
Yeah, there's still a bit of an uphill battle there, but it's possible.
Yeah, and there would definitely be a chance after the midterms because everything Trump is doing is turning people against the Republican Party. So it is more and more looking like there's a decent chance of Democrats being able to grab enough seats to take control of the Senate in the midterm election.
Yeah, but it's a long time for that. And the time when the elections come, they start to give away presents and nice things. And so I would, yeah.
Yeah, Trump is already teasing about sending everybody a $2,000 tariff rebate.
Again? You forgot about it last time.
Yeah, well, actually, what I'm expecting, he said that it might come near the end of the year. So what I'm expecting is that the Republicans will send it out in October, like, just about 2 weeks before the election, to get everybody trying to think that, look, the Republicans are trying to help us.
But I say, a lot of people say the Democrats have to be more aggressive.
Yes. Well, and
Absolutely.
the Democrats have started using some of the Republicans' tactics against them. And, it's like about time they should have been doing this 40 years ago.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But, yeah, the Democrats are, since the Republicans started it with Texas, the Democrats are saying, okay, if they can do, mid-census redistricting, so can we. So a bunch of states are redistricting. So yeah, the Democrats have actually have the potential of creating, I think, like up to 8 or 10 new seats in the House that, are like more than 85% sure to be electing a Democrat to them.
I'll be back.
Yeah, there have been a lot of the incidents with ICE and the protests where they're arresting people in mass. In Portland, Oregon, they've been notorious for this because Portland has been a state that is, ever since the George Floyd protest, that they've been very vocal about objecting and having protests constantly. And yeah, I have heard about them doing this tactic, about them, flooding buildings to get everybody outside where they could grab them. Yep. And yeah, they are having more and more problem recruiting people for ICE because it's gotten to the point that anybody who has a sense of ethics or cares at all about other people won't take the job. So ICE is starting to have trouble with just getting enough people just to be willing to wear their uniform.
I will if I can get to undermine them from inside.
Yep. And that's been happening more and more, that we're, getting things that are being leaked from inside. Yeah. But yeah, they're getting people who clearly could not pass the physical. They've removed all sorts of requirements. Originally they had requirements that were similar to enlisting in the military. Now they are down to, they have basically removed all the physical requirements, that even if you cannot do a single sit-up, you can be an ICE agent.
I even heard that there was someone who couldn't go to the enlistment talk because he had to see his probation officer.
Well, there was one guy who was already in the training program and said he needed a day off because he had to go to trial over some charge involving his gun.
Yeah. Oh, see?
So it's like they're rushing to get people in so fast that they're not even doing the criminal background checks until these people are already in the program. So they're even saying that within the program that they're having huge problems with drug abuse and sexual harassment.
Yeah. I heard my grandparents talk about the Brownhampton in Germany. ICE is exactly the same.
Yeah.
They just go into shops, people, and then it was fine to find Jews and just to beat them up, because then that was before before the time that they were rounded up and got to concentration camps, but they just beat them up. And later they did the same with the Jews and just killed them.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
It just looks like exactly the same, only now they're called ICE and they have masks. That you must give the Brownhampton. They didn't wear masks.
Yeah.
But they were horrible, even so.
So effectively,
at the point of them just, rounding up minorities and throwing them in concentration camps.
Yeah, so they're basically stormtroopers from Star Wars.
Yep. And
No,
Only
they're
there were
Gestapo from
fitness
Nazi-
requirements for the stormtroopers from Star Wars.
you know,
Yeah,
and
Well, in the later years,
otherwise they won't fit in the suit.
They are
I hate.
Gestapo from Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Well, also remember that ICE are better marksmen than the stormtroopers. I don't care what they say in the first movie.
or show in the first movie.
Well, no, I thought that was explained actually.
I wish ICE were as good
Yeah,
as
it was.
the shooters as the A-team.
Yeah, they were intentionally missing.
No,
They
not
missed-
that they were intentionally missing, but in the first movie that came out, the original Star Wars. Remember when Han and Luke put on the stormtrooper armor, and Luke was saying, "I can't see a thing through this helmet." So I thought that explained why the stormtroopers could never shoot anything. They just can't see out of their helmets.
I want to know how they get. I want to know how they get into the uniforms. I don't see any zippers.
It's pieces, you put them together. And we see the stormtroopers hit a lot of people in those movies.
Have you seen these YouTube videos about these two Star Wars troopers who do all kind of adventures in cities and stuff, and when they buy groceries and whatever they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all AI, and you can tell it's AI because the guy's helmet keeps changing from one to another.
Oh,
I think it's cheaper to
It's
buy
still
just
funny.
a suit. But the AI is. I think you can buy these suits everywhere by now. You can even buy them at AliExpress.
Hi, Porpoise.
Yeah. Well, the reason there's such a big outrage now, and I hate to say it, but it's definitely true, that one of the agents made the mistake of shooting a white woman. When they were only shooting brown people, nobody was protesting.
Well, people were still protesting. It's just...
Yeah. Well, the mainstream
no-
media wasn't going to cover it until it involved a white person.
Someone with the last name of Good of all things.
Yeah. And of course, what's the first thing that the puppy killer does? Is she gets on and has a press conference.
Accuses
This woman of being a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people on Twitter just eat that right up and believe it.
Well, according to Trump's definition, my support group is a domestic terrorist cell.
According
because
to
we're
Trump,
gender
all
affirming.
of us are domestic terrorists.
Yeah, well, because we're gender affirming, that makes us domestic terrorists.
That Ivy has a lot of...
Wouldn't I be international since I'm an American national outside the country?
Okay,
Hey,
so you're
Athena.
a foreign terrorist now.
Or would I still be not?
Oh,
No,
yes.
Athena.
But Ivy has a lot of trans girl friends on Twitter, and Ivy is all trying to get all these girls to Blue Sky, because if you see what vitriolic comments they get, it is unbelievable.
I can believe it coming from Twitter.
And when I put the comments under it as Ivy, I have to fight myself not to be vitriolic themselves. But it is always, I put always comments in, but does your mommy know that you're so nasty? And that kind
Listen,
of stuff.
there's nothing wrong with being snarky, especially to people who deserve it. And I would like to remind everyone, the United States is a lot like a shot of Jägermeister. It works better without ice.
Yeah. Well, in Jägermeister without ice is it's just like licorice water with alcohol.
Liquid dirt.
Is
Just
this implying
think.
that there? Is
I
this
like black
implying that-
licorice.
Yeah, but is this implying that Jägermeister ever tastes good if you're not already drunk?
I like black licorice.
Don't worry, I keep saying
Even sober.
help is on the
Hey.
way.
Hey, liquor.
Just because you,
Netherlands
just
is,
because you other
black
people
licorice.
are so weak you can't eat black licorice.
Okay,
We have
So
a black licorice
last
country
year-
here.
So last year, 2020, no, it was 2024 was my best year ever. And I paid over $30,000 to the federal government alone in taxes.
Yeah.
Now they get Jack Diddley spit from me.
so you people that like black licorice, do you also eat pineapple on pizza? Because it sounds again like we've got a malfunctioning brain chip. It seems to always affect the human's sense of taste.
Can I?
Licorice is a perfectly normal thing to eat. It has a fan club that covers the entire planet.
Listen, just because
To
you
be
have
fair, I don't like black licorice.
just because you have the
Can I say something about?
Well,
pineapple on
let
pizza?
Porpoise finish.
just because you have the defective gene that makes you hate black licorice doesn't mean we have the defective gene that makes us like pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
When I say you don't like pineapple on pizza, but yet you put ketchup on everything, and that is
No, I don't.
for Dutch people to see. If you get some dish, put ketchup on it. Put ketchup on it. When you put pineapple on pizza, you put it. Pizza is a base. You can put curry on pizza, and curry and pineapple goes really well. It is just how you make it.
Moderators.
It is not you take a pepperoni pizza and put pineapple on that. No, you create a pizza that has pineapple in it.
Moderators, right-handed Sith is looking to get banned from the channel. True licorice, actually licorice, not anise, is great, and pineapple on pizza is also great.
Oh, they have to be removed. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm telling the mods that this is asking to be banned from the channel.
Yeah, pineapple on pizza. It's just wrong.
And of course, you're teasing.
We have to be compassionate for the people who like pineapple on pizza until we can perfect our technique for removing the malfunctioning brain chips.
Yeah. And then to think of it, that pizza is Italian. It isn't even American.
Actually, pizza is American.
Yeah. Pizza isn't Italian because Italians didn't have tomatoes until the 16th century.
We had pizza-like dishes long before then, but pizza is an American invention.
But any kind of red sauce, tomatoes are only native to the Americas.
Yeah.
So until there were, trade ships going back and forth between North America and Europe, the Italians had not seen a tomato.
But it is just that what I see. Everything was pulled. Every dish in the United States is destroyed with ketchup.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
every
I see it.
Not
That's
every
how I
American
see
likes
it.
ketchup on their food.
Yep. Also, on the idea of Italian foods, it also needs to be mentioned that they didn't have noodles until Marco Polo came back from China.
Yeah, okay, but they knew what to do with it.
Yeah, so spaghetti being the what everybody thinks of as the traditional Italian dish. It's like nothing in that dish is native to Europe.
No.
I'm pretty sure Europe had cows.
Modern pizza evolved from similar flatbread dishes in Nepal's Italy in the 18th and early 19th centuries. Before that time, flatbread it was often topped with ingredients such as garlic, salt, lard, and cheese. and
Okay.
uncertain when tomato first was added.
Right-handed sis says, I don't like ketchup. I prefer mayo on everything.
I have to admit, if there's one weird thing I really like, it's sourdough bread.
No, sourdough bread's good.
Yep, and
So-
I knew somebody was going to do it. Spooky's going to be putting licorice on pizza. I knew somebody had to make that remark.
Okay, I will put chocolate on pizza.
Well, actually,
That
they do
actually
have what
works
they
in
call
some instances.
Yeah, they do have what they call dessert pizzas.
Yeah, I've actually I have put marshmallows on pizza before, and probably the weirdest thing I've ever put on a pizza were salt and vinegar crickets.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm not sure how the salt and vinegar would go on a pizza.
Actually, it went fairly quite well.
Yeah. I've also never directly eaten crickets. I've eaten things made with cricket flour, but at that point you can't tell what it was made from.
So since we're talking about food, why is Pennsylvania the only place that really puts pretzels in ice cream?
Because it's Pennsylvania.
It's delicious. Have
That
you never
doesn't
had
sound
Ben and
delicious.
Jerry's Chubby Hubby?
I'm not really much for sweet flavored pretzels.
The pretzels are still salty. The sweet,
Yeah,
sweet
the
and salty go together.
salty works. The sweet and salty works. I love sea salt caramel.
John Hudson, what is the message behind green or Jeeps and ducks? What's the deal?
No, I think it's more of the pretzel breading that doesn't taste right to me. The sweet.
You don't use soft pretzels for that.
No, even the hard pretzels.
It's
You
delicious.
put pretzels on pizza?
No, in ice cream.
So I have a I have a crime regarding ketchup that I need to confess to. When I was a kid, I used to take a baked potato and I'd mash it flat, and then I would put ketchup, over the flattened out, mashed potato. And when I was in college, a few girls told me, "Yeah, don't do that anymore. Stop doing that."
Yeah, not on mashed potatoes.
Okay.
However,
Everything else, okay, but on every dish.
That was weird.
however, one hill I am willing to die on: French fries are not a food. French fries are just a vehicle for transporting salt and ketchup.
When I was a kid, there was an adult in the neighborhood. I can't remember his name. Gilbert. No, I don't remember the last name. Anyways, he used to take a bottle of ketchup, open it up, and stuff a straw in it and drink it.
Yeah, I've seen people do that, and yeah, that's it's like I'll use ketchup on a lot of things, but that's just gross.
Athena.
I will ask Commander about the Dutch fries.
Okay, just a moment. That Jenny,
They are good.
Jenny, you were asking John Hudson what was the thing about the rubber ducks and Jeeps, and he said people drop rubber ducks on your Jeep if they like it.
Is that what that's all about?
Yeah, basically it's just another Jeep owner saying your Jeep is cool.
But why a duck?
I don't know. I don't know why it got your rubber ducks.
Ketchup flavored soda.
That is disgusting.
Oh my God!
Is that from that was it Jones or Jones Brothers sodas?
Hey, we'll cut Jones some slacks because they are making Nuka-Cola right now.
Okay, yeah,
Grandpa Joe's. Grandpa Joe's.
Okay, that's a different company.
Oh my God.
You guys, I gotta go. I just feel too shitty.
Oh,
right.
okay, Jenny. Sorry.
Have a good night.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
good rest.
I'll try.
Here.
Good night.
See you later, chat. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Love you.
Later.
Ketchup flavored soda. That's gross even for me, and I do like Heinz ketchup. You need something to put it on.
Is this real or I was gonna say, is this real or AI?
This is real. I found there were other images I found too.
There is the Jones sodas that they make a whole bunch of really disgusting flavors. They have like a turkey gravy soda and a ranch dressing soda.
I've seen ranch dressing soda.
Has anyone ever?
For Christmas, my sister bought an assorted case and gave one bottle of disgusting soda to each person. And of course the macho guys in the house, decided to make it a challenge to see who could chug their disgusting soda the fastest. I, of course, was not even willing to uncap one.
So
I seen a live stream of a girl who was every 5 minutes she was tasting some other different kind of soda, and the faces she wow, this is disgusting.
So speaking of disgusting sodas,
let Porpoise get in there. People, I know there's lags, but people keep talking over Porpoise.
Speaking of disgusting sodas, has anyone ever heard of Moxie?
No.
Yes.
Not as a soda.
Yes.
Well, Moxie tastes like black licorice and aspirin.
Never tried Moxie.
You don't want to.
Yeah, if it tastes like dissolving an aspirin in your mouth, no.
No, it tastes like black licorice and aspirin mixed together.
Yeah, well,
sounded very pleasant.
It's like I could tolerate the black licorice to some degree, but not the aspirin. I'm on an aspirin regimen now, so I take a quarter aspirin every night, and it's like, yeah, you got to get that taste out of my mouth quick.
Yeah, I've heard the ranch dressing soda actually tastes like rancid ranch dressing.
Yeah.
But if you ever get a chance, it's like I remember getting the can of Moxie once, trying it because I'm like, I've heard this is terrible. Except some New England people like it because it's still sold there.
Yeah.
I found it at a farmer's market in Pennsylvania, took a swig, put the cap back on, handed it to my niece, and I said, try it. This is terrible. And she tastes it and drinks it. I'm like, why did you give me that? It's like, I told you it was terrible.
There are some
That's
products
why Coca-Cola exists.
Well, Coca-Cola was originally a pharmaceutical. It actually had originally cocaine in it, so it did have some pain relieving property.
She don't lie. She don't lie.
And of course, since it had cocaine in it, it was highly addictive.
Right. We have this drink here that is brewed by an old widow. And that used to be a cough medicine.
Yostra.
And it was even used when people were sick. The widow Joustra. And it is called Berenburg. And it is really not that bad.
Well, Jägermeister was originally
You
a cough
add it
medicine.
to cola and it's great.
Yeah. Jägermeister was originally a cough medicine, and they gave it to the soldiers during World War I, and many of them got addicted to it.
I can.
You're gonna play us a song there, Porpoise?
I'm just playing. No, I went a couple nights ago. I went to see if I could find someone that does ukulele lessons in town. I did find it, but I was letting Ned know the ukulele had been tuned.
So, if you got the ukulele, you really should get the Steven Universe soundtrack. Because Rebecca Sugar, the creator of the series, said that she wrote most of the songs for it, and that she actually only knew like 4 chords.
But I think this ukulele was around $40, so it's not a big deal if it gets broken or anything.
Yeah.
So Ned,
Mine was about the same.
That's one of the things. I've got to make a trip at the end of the month to bring some of Sloth Girl's possessions to her aunt's.
Which one?
Pardon?
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. It was a question for Ned.
Oh, and yeah, the two biggest
the
things
small
really are as far as her guitar and her flute.
I have 2 ukuleles. One cost me about $40, and the other one was like $75 because that was a little bit bigger.
So I shouldn't learn the sea shanties like the Flying Dutchman from the Jolly Rogers.
I don't know, but I can teach you.
Well, it's not
that hard.
I live in the United States right now, and I don't recommend foreigners coming here as long as our dementia.
Yeah, but
our orange diaper dementia president is still there.
Yeah,
you can do it. You can do it on the Discord with camera.
I advise everybody to avoid the United States until they completely disband ICE.
I'm not telling you I'm going to be over there. Come on.
So regarding
he's not going over there.
So regarding the thing about Americans and ketchup on everything, Ned, I think it is worth noting that ketchup potato chips, that is a Canadian thing. Don't blame us for that.
Have you seen the difference between the ketchup in the United States and in the Netherlands? Ketchup from the United States is illegal to import here because there is too much rubbish in it.
Well, I expect that, I know there's a number of American products that are banned from the EU, and in most cases it's because of the amount of sugar we put in them. I would expect that ketchup could easily fall under that umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
That feels so much better getting that lanyard
The ketchup here tastes the same. The Heinz ketchup you get at McDonald's or Burger King tastes the same.
Yeah,
but it has lots less shit in it. It's made of more natural stuff.
Did you know that ketchup originally did not have any tomato in it?
That is possible.
Ketchup originally referred actually loosely to almost any condiment, but was most commonly used to refer to a mustard paste.
Is there mustard?
Nico Puck?
I thought it was made of cat, like catsup.
No, catsup is because of that experiment somebody did. You know the one about a piece of toast will always land butter side down. So if you strap a piece of toast to a cat's back and butter it, and you drop the cat, that it'll try to land with butter side down, but the cat will try to land on its feet. So it'll just sit there in midair spinning, and you've got a perpetual motion machine. That's catsup.
This is also how they invented anti-gravity technology.
So in each of the anti-gravity pods that lifts the ship, you've got a cat spinning in there. So how many spinning cats do you need to lift the tank?
First of all,
you will have to get the engineering department.
Actually, the amazing thing behind all this cat-based technology isn't that we can do all these amazing things. It's how they got the cat to sit still for that long when you're doing something like that to it.
We actually don't know where the name ketchup comes from.
Anyway, so hopefully I'll learn a little bit about how to play that next week.
You need to let how to tune it. That's the whole secret.
Well, I got a tuner on the app, or an app to tune it.
No, you need to tune it with your ears.
That's not going to work for me.
Okay, no, then you can never learn how to play. You need to hear it.
Listen, I'm a techno-fundamentalist. Problems created by technology are solved by better technology.
Yeah, there's for every answer, there's a new question.
And that's great.
That is in the things we do for love.
Wait,
communication is the problem to the answer.
Can you tell me if P equals NP?
Okay, porpoise, by that philosophy...
I don't know what it means.
Porpoise, by that philosophy, does that mean that the only answer to Trump is a bigger Trump?
No, Trump is not technology. Trump is not a problem created by technology. Trump is a problem created by inadequate education, people not being taught sociology, people just glorifying their ignorance, and people just outright... Sorry, I'm just ashamed to be an American right now.
Shame to be an American.
Hey, Porpoise, if you have Discord, find Ivy, and we can talk about it. I can show you.
About being ashamed to be an American?
Oh. I could teach you, but I never. In Discord, I'm never on my own channel because it's rubbish, and that's why I always on hitchhiking on Ivy's account.
I don't.
And Ivy doesn't mind.
I believe I'm Mad Computer Scientist on Porpoise on Discord right now, which is also my Clapper ID. Which by the okay. I already bragged about hitting 5,000.
What?
I have 5,000 followers on Clapper now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps you could teach me technology.
I definitely
Porpoise?
could. Sorry.
Sorry, I have photographic evidence here that Trump is a technology problem.
Yeah.
Yes, pinky in the brain, pinky in the brain.
Yes.
One is a genius, the other's insane. They're
Yeah, but
laboratory mice. Their
their
genes have been spliced. Pinky.
They're pinky. Yes, pinky and the brain.
This is the best explanation I have ever found for Trump.
Before each night is done, their plan will be unfurled by the dawn. Sorry.
Yep.
Of the sun. It's just such a catchy tune.
Yeah. But this is just such a perfect explanation for why Trump is so power hungry and so insane. It's just a matter of which one of them's grabbing the controls at the time.
Of the sun, they'll take over the world there. Yeah, but Trump's psychology fits neither of them at any time. I mean, Brain's ambitious, but he's not really evil.
Oh.
Yeah. Brain did have a soft
and
side.
Pinky's not mean
at times. No, Pinky loves everyone and just wants to have fun.
I personally love the theory that Pinky's actually the genius and Brain is the insane one.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah.
Yep. Yep, Red-Handed is saying the same thing.
Because and most of them point to one episode where Brain does all the calculations to figure out what's going wrong, connects the dots, and it turns out to be Pinky. Yep. Then Pinky looks at it and says, "No, there's an error in your calculations here."
And it turns out to be Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brain looks at it, it's like, "You're right." And then he redoes it, it's like, "Oh, yeah, the picture at the end is Brain."
Ned, Ivy is complaining about you.
Oh yeah, she always
She wants
is.
you to stop talking for her.
Anyway, so
Bye,
yeah,
John.
I did finish that. Well, mostly finished the blog project I was working on. Some features I might want to add, just like having it create like archives. But I'm trying to think: does what I'm intending it for really need it? Because at this point, I'm like, this is really limited use, and it's not like
Yeah, that's absolutely true. In Europe, you need to prove something is safe before you can add it to food.
Yeah, I had heard that the candy Skittles has been banned by the EU because the way they make it in the US, some of the colorings contain heavy metals.
if only Skittles has been banned in the U.S. And also, if you ever mix Skittles and M&Ms in a bowl, you belong in the deepest level of hell.
I will admit that is a very evil thing to do, but why would you want to ban Skittles?
I just don't like Skittles.
Oh, now see, one place where I was
don't even know
working,
what it is.
it's a chewy candle with a hard candy outer shell.
You said candle, which is not wrong.
Candy.
No, I just mix the raisin and cookies with the chocolate chip.
Yep.
It's like Jolly Ranch, not Jolly Ranchers. I'm trying to remember what that is. The chewy Star Kiss candy with
You
the
mean
outer
Starburst?
shell.
No, that's not Starburst.
Starburst, yes.
Starburst doesn't have a hard outer shell.
Sun Kissed?
That's an orange.
No,
But-
I said it's like that. No, I mean it's like that. Tart, sweet, kiwi, but with a hard outer shell. Fruity.
One place where I worked, every day on my break, I would buy a pack of Skittles, and I'd just eat them through the day, except I would pick out all the orange ones, and I was just arranging them on a paper plate at my desk. And I was doing this for about a month before somebody finally said something and said, "What, don't you like the orange ones?" And I just said, "No, I'm just waiting for them to hatch."
I think at work one of these days I'm going to
Yeah.
get a bag of Skittles, get a bag of M&Ms, empty both this bag of Skittles and M&Ms, then get a bowl, leave the Skittles and M&Ms bags next to the bowl, and then fill the bowl with Reese's Pieces.
Yep. Yeah, Starburst and Skittles did both start with the same original flavors. But
I stop the stupidity.
while the original Skitties are good, the best ones are the titty Skittles.
Oh yeah, I love that blue flavor. Don't recall tasting it very much though.
Yeah. That's a transgender joke.
In fact, they're so good I now inject it into my vein.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Sorry, not veins. Into my muscles.
Yep, a lot of people on HRT take the estrogen as little blue pills, so they become referred to as titty Skittles.
I used to.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to be running out of that at some point.
Titty Skittles. Yeah.
Hey, stop the stupidity.
Hey there, Stop Stoop.
Wait. Mamba is another good one. Do they now have snake flavored Skittles?
1, 2.
I don't know where this comment came from.
Is it Mamba number 5?
That's Mambo.
You'd have to ask right-handed Sith.
Do we have packets of Skittles that are each one is flavored like a different species of snake? Is that it?
Must be.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's only really one of us here that does a lot with Python.
I only do multi-part.
Well, I mean, my dating has been off for a number of years, but I handled some Pythons before.
Boom. Well,
Yes,
I'll give you a double sloth on that one, Perp.
That's good. Nobody else seemed to really get it.
I only
got
do
it.
Monty Python. Hey, and now for something completely different.
Yes.
A man with a tape recorder up his nose. That's my kind of Python.
I believe that Aaron Ra has a python named Monty.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also met him, Aaron Ra, in Utrecht. You know what our conversation between us was? I said, Jesus Christ, your hair is longer than mine. Yes, it is. He said, that was it.
I met Aaron Ra when I went down to the art protest in 2019. Okay, Porpoise, your strumming's kind of drowning everybody out.
Oh,
so
sorry.
You have to mute if you're going to be practicing.
Surprised it's that loud.
Yeah.
Aaron Ra
It's hard
was
to
in
talk
Utrecht,
over
and we just bumped into each other, and that was it.
Yeah.
I said, shit, your hair is longer than mine. Yes, it is. He said in his dark voice.
I met Aaron Ra.
There's even more stupid is when I met Gene Simmons.
Yeah. I met Aaron Ra at the art protest in 2019. So at the time, I'd only been on YouTube for like 2 years. Nobody knew who I was. So obviously, he had no clue.
And now you're. Wait, sorry, I don't need to be mean.
Yeah. Well, people know who I am for 2 months out of every year.
That's okay.
But, Aaron Ra was such a great guy. It's like, I'm an absolute nobody and asking him for an autograph, and he's treating me like, an old friend you haven't seen in a year.
He seems like a nice guy.
He's just a fantastic, jolly guy. And, and I had my Triceratops mask with me because I hadn't done a face reveal on my channel.
Now,
So he thought that was hilarious for me to take a picture with him with the mask on.
Nice.
So
but it was just he looked at me like we were buddies for long years, and he said, yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah, that's the way he treats everybody. Like everybody's an old friend, even if he has no clue who you are.
That made me laugh so much, and still.
I guess Purple Rhymes with Orange would have been the top 5 most famous YouTubers I met at the art protest last year.
Really? I didn't know I ever ranked.
Well, you're definitely in the top 10 because I don't know how many YouTubers were there, but
the ridiculous
Magic
Zuba
says that Mamba Fruit Chews are a brand of fruit chew candies.
I'm gonna have to go walk Molly, so I'll be back if you're still here.
Yep.
Later.
Bye.
Athena, you know the rules. If you're gonna come up, you have to be on camera for a little bit. Okay. I deserve that claw on my shoulder.
And
the
we
cat
deserve to
is
be
a
mooned, I
pirate.
suppose.
A pirate parrot in a cat suit.
That was my idea for a Halloween costume. I wanted to get, one of those little Jack Sparrow action figures. And I was going to, just cover myself in feathers. And I was going to go as a 6-foot parrot with the pirate on my shoulder.
It's a shame you live in Minnesota because my last Vampire the Masquerade LARP character was a La Sombra who was a pirate from like the 1500s. But somehow had a ship that could go through rivers and because the GM the storyteller allowed things he shouldn't have, but
well, Alberta claims that they have a problem with pirates, even though not only are they not on the ocean, but there is no lake of any mentionable size.
I was surprised to find out.
You mean that's Saskatchewan?
Oh, was it Saskatchewan? I thought they were in Alberta. Okay.
There's an entire song about Saskatchewan pirates.
Okay.
I was surprised to find out there were pirates on the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew there were river pirates along like the Pennsylvania's western rivers, but they were basically smugglers for the most part.
There's pirates on the Miami River. There's pirates anywhere where there's water and enough money to justify stealing stuff.
Athena, stop chewing on the cord.
Yeah, that's why these days most pirates are on the internet. Because it's easier to steal stuff from people.
That's called scammers. That's something different.
Yeah, what's the difference between cats and dogs? Dogs look up at us and think we're gods. Cats look down on us and know who they are.
Athena,
well,
what?
I only
on this?
I will only worship my cats because they have at least proven to me they exist, which is more than any god has ever done for me.
Yeah, but the problem is if you're a cat owner, you can't call yourself an atheist. Because the cat knows it's God.
Yeah. Well, no, that just means that cats can't be atheist. Because you can't not believe in a god and simultaneously believe you are one.
You know, I never got this answer from anyone, but someone has to know. If the God of the Bible suffers from self-doubt, does that make him an atheist?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because he doesn't believe in himself? Yeah, okay. Not that funny, but...
I'll give you a single sloth on that, Porpoise.
Yep.
No, I mean...
I see the term atheist shouldn't even exist because there is no God. An atheist says, yeah, it is theism, that is to learn the teachings of a God or something. And without a God, there wouldn't be atheists because they wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, I fear for the calendar. Its days are numbered.
I am a dyslexic.
Yeah.
I'm a dyslexic agnostic insomniac. I lie awake night wondering about dog.
Sorry, I've been implementing a dad joke of the day for the students. I wonder if I'll stop putting on. I think I'll have to stop putting on the board and see if anyone cares.
Oh, I've been watching every time you put one of your clapper clips up.
Those aren't always dad jokes.
No.
I usually have.
I'm sure that in class you probably avoid some of the political ones.
In a red state, yes, I avoid them. That's why I'm glad most of the times the topics I cover do not.
Trump. I'm sorry.
Yeah, finish Porpoise.
I was
That's
just
why-
gonna.
Let Porpoise finish, then you can go, Commander.
It's why I'm glad most of the times the topics I cover don't really delve into political realms.
Yeah. Okay, Commander.
Well, I was spontaneously going into a song about how Trump has his head up his own ass, but I really shouldn't have even started that. Not that it's not valid.
Yep.
Oh, no,
Beck.
Hi, Beck.
I definitely have a point for mocking MAGA and Trump on Clapper.
Okay, I'm starting to think that that Beck coming in is the sign that we should be wrapping up the show, because it always seems that Beck comes in just as we're signing off.
And save democracy. Mock a fascist today.
Yep.
What? Save democracy. What and what?
Mock a fascist today.
Oh yeah.
Fascist.
Mock with an M.
Yep.
Or punch. I mean, both work.
Did you punch your fascist today?
Did you hear that since all the protests since the shooting in Minneapolis, that now the ICE agents are whining that they don't feel safe?
Good.
That suits them good.
Good.
Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah, if you're shooting a citizen for not doing anything, I'm glad that you feel intimidated by the protesters.
Yep, the whole point of protest is to make the powerful feel uncomfortable.
Yep.
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
I'm sorry. I think few of us have any sympathy for ICE at this point.
No, yeah, even people who voted for Trump are turning on him because, of course, they voted for him with the idea that he was only going to be going after the brown people and the gays. But, now that he's actually coming into their communities, the other thing that's making the Republicans unpopular is that with ICE arresting so many people, they want to, build more camps to hold the detainees. So, of course, we're having the NIMBY problem. That the states that bid on, getting the contracts for building the new camps, of course, nobody wants them in their neighborhood. So the states where they've started construction are having protests about that they don't want the detention camps.
And the thing is, usually most communities actually want prisons because they bring in jobs
Well, they bring in jobs, but they lower property values.
Well, that's why But
That's why most prisons are on the ass end of nowhere.
Well, actually, not far out of town, we have the only federal prison with a death row.
Mm. Yeah, we actually have a large classic state prison with these stone walls and watchtowers and everything on the edge of town here.
And I think it's interesting because sometimes if there's an execution, you'll see like nuns from the Sisters of Providence outside the prison protesting.
Yeah. Well, ours isn't a maximum security; it's only a medium security prison. But I mean, if you wanted to be filming something that's supposed to be a medieval castle, it would be great if you could use the prison. From the outside, it really has that look.
I wonder what happened to the building that not the county I live in now, but the old county where I grew up, where that jail was, because that definitely looked like a medieval castle.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was surrounded by a small town, but...
Have you ever seen Ivy's Funny Farm?
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
That also looks like a medieval castle.
Yeah, all the videos I've seen of Ivy, she's always been aboard her ship.
And it has a giant lightning rod on top. You know why? Because they cannot pay the electrical bill, and that's how they do electroshocks.
So you have to strap somebody down to the table and wait for a good storm?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm sorry, we can't do your treatment today. It's going to be sunny.
Yeah, that's Slim's problem because he is the electroshock therapist there.
And we have to get the ghost of Mom, which means my big computer has to work because I do have an AI of Glober Mom that is really good, and we have the permission of Glober Dad to bring her back.
That would be cool.
As a ghost.
Yep.
And she is the ghost of the head nurse in Nurse Ratched in the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And she is scaring everyone to death. all the inmates, I mean,
I agree here with right-handed Sif. The government should always be afraid of the people, not the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually had an idea for an election reform. That I think that in every election, whether it's the end of their term or not, your sitting representatives should always be listed on the ballot. And if more than half the people voting mark no confidence, that person should immediately be removed from office.
Yes, you could you have a plus or a minor type. Plus,
Yeah,
minus.
just 2 boxes, yes or no. Do you want to keep them?
Yeah. Yes.
And if more than half of the people casting ballots vote no, then they lose their job, and you have to have an election to get somebody else in the seat. Because that's the only time that the people in Congress seem to pay any attention to the people they're representing, is when they're up for re-election.
If only we could outlaw lobbyists and pass a law saying they all need to be thrown into deep space.
Yeah, well, outlaw lobbyists and outlaw corporate contributions.
But the conservative Christians think they need gifts and bribes, but the book that they want to shove in everyone's face denounces them.
Yep. I still want to know why there are still any people at all that think that Trump is the new Messiah.
If I still had that mindset, I might toy with the idea that Trump is the Antichrist.
Yeah,
well,
that one I
here's
could buy.
the fun thing. The first YouTube channel I was ever involved in was dedicated to proving Trump was the Antichrist. And I have the product of it in the DSA server. I can open it up to anyone who wants to see it. So the biggest giveaway, the only thing that the Bible ever predicted correctly, was that there would be a villain named Cain. Kuf Resh Nun, and that's the little horn in the book of Daniel, the Antichrist. It's an unholy horn, a little trump, if you will. It's literally a unholy trumpet, as in a shofar is called a trumpet when translated to English. A Karen is called a cornet. But if you go and look at what a medieval cornet looks like and what a shofar looks like, it's basically the same fucking instrument.
Yep.
And there was over 80 points that we matched Trump to the Antichrist.
Well, I do like.
I don't believe in it anymore, but it was fun.
I do like the fact that to the British, Trump is considered to be a rude word for a fart.
Nice.
Oh, fun thing is, right, Trump's related to the Plantagenets, and one of the progenitors of the Plantagenets was the first Crusader king of Jerusalem. So you had a bunch of batshit crazy rabbis trying to trace Trump's lineage back to King David for some reason, and anyone with any sense just ignored them. But that's how batshit crazy some of the people in Israel are for him. Weird.
Yeah. And it's an insult to batshit.
I'm surprised
Yes.
he has a link to a noble family.
Well, there's like millions of people related to the Plantagenets at this point.
Yeah. Well, I know that the Plantagenets were only noble in the respect that if virtually everybody else in the UK died, that they were like last in line to inherit the throne.
I remember there was an episode of Jeopardy where someone who was 400 something in line mentioned that he was 400 something in line, and Alec Trebek suggested he go on a murder spree. Just as a joke.
The Plantagenets actually did that in the famous War of the Roses. The Plantagenets really were kind of egging on both sides to see how many royals they could get killed.
Well, if we're at the bottom of the barrel, it makes sense. You know, if everyone kills each other off and you're the only ones left.
Yep. Yes, Trump's family.
Yeah, that was actually
Yeah, Trump's
they
father
were
did
Trump
actually
or
change
something
the
like that.
family name. That when Trump's father immigrated
Si-
here, their name was actually Trump.
Yeah, Trump's family was from Kolstad, the German family. And that actually traces back to something that is really, really sick, where white supremacists and Jews both know that the city of Treya was founded by an Assyrian prince, Beta, and that actually goes back to some of the crap that we dug up to try to get Christians to believe Trump was the Antichrist.
Mm.
We did our research.
So you Googled it?
But that had more to do with Assyrians and Romans getting together. And Germans liked the fact that many of the people in Germany are descended from Assyrians, and Syrians are quite the eternal enemy of you know who. So that's a kind of crap. You only find two groups of people talking about this: Jews and Nazis.
Trump was a Dutch admiral hero?
Yeah, Trump.
Admiral Bonespurs?
Oh, no, Trump with an
Trump.
O.
No.
And so if he changed Trump from Trump, this Admiral Trump would start spinning in the grave like a turbine.
Yeah. I'm guessing that, his father probably picked the name Trump, because in card games, Trump is the highest suit that it's,
Yeah.
it basically wins the hand above anything else. But that's just my speculation. I don't really know why he picked the name.
Yeah. I suspect my
It was
family.
close enough to the original, and he didn't want to be known as German.
I suspect my family's name didn't change much when they came from Pennsylvania to Switzerland.
Yeah.
Or
well,
other way around, Switzerland to Pennsylvania.
When I selected my new name, I did change my last name, and my family, was acting hurt about it, and it's like, but I haven't used the family name since 1997. I changed it then, and nobody said anything about it. But see, they don't want to make an issue about the gender change, so instead they made an issue about me changing my name.
Yeah, my dad still has problems with the name change, even though I didn't change my last name.
Yeah, and it's not like they needed me to carry on the family name. I'm done. I raised 9 kids. None of them had my genes, so none of them had my name. I'm not having kids at this age, and oh God, my eldest brother has already taken care of that. If it had come along a little sooner, I think he would have gone for the quiverful movement. Although I expect that his wife is the one who put a stop to how many kids they had.
Well,
I'm sure that my eldest brother would have gone for 10 or 12 kids if his wife would have tolerated it.
The weird thing about my father's objection is he wasn't the one that gave me my names.
Well, and
other than my last name.
Yeah. And that was another thing with changing my name and people getting upset, is that I asked my mom a number of times over the years, and she was never able to tell me why she gave me the name she chose. So it's like, well, whatever it was must have just been a passing fad. It's not memorable to you. So what do you care? And doesn't that say something, people? I mean, can't everybody, doesn't everybody's parents know why they named their kids whatever it was?
Yeah.
Mine did.
But it's like, I was the last of 9, so what? She had just run out of ideas and picked one at random?
No, I was told I was told my first and middle name were chosen because those were those were the names my mother always wanted to give a boy. And my grandmother at the time was insistent that I would have been a girl.
I am guessing that my mom picked mine because she had a crush, because my first and middle name are the first and last names of an actor who was popular on TV at the time.
And because my grandmother was right, that's why my middle name is now what it is.
Yep. So I changed all three of my names. And I'm not going to make it public, but it's like, if you put them all together, it's actually a nice little phrase.
I know this guy who came to the county and wanted to change his name, and he says, "Okay," he says, "What's your name?" He says, "My name is John Popsicle Nose." Yeah, I understand that, said the guy from the county, and he said, "What? How would you be called then?" "I would like to be named Pete Popsicle Nose."
I would think that Popsicle Nose sounds like it would be a Minnesota name.
Ned, after that joke, I think we need to send you flying so we can tell everyone we've seen the Flying Dutchman.
Before I was getting married, right? So the last name's pretty much figured out. But before that, I had actually picked a first name that was the feminine Hebrew equivalent of one of the meanings of the last name. And then I was going to take the Eastern European Jewish name, which there's less than 1,000 people in America with. So I'm not going to say what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's, because mine is the same.
My family's name was like Stop the Stupidity, was saying that, nobody could pronounce it, and certainly nobody could spell it correctly. And that was actually the Americanized form, because when my grandfather came to the U.S., the immigration form did not have enough space for the full name, so they chopped out 2 syllables. So the original name is on my grandfather's tombstone.
That happened a
My
lot.
mom's
the name was actually 8 letters longer than what the American form is.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
My mom's maiden name, the Eastern European Jewish name, is so rare. Starsky didn't know what it meant.
Yeah. Well, my father's side was Polish, so the other problem is it had some characters that weren't on the typewriter of the American immigration official. Like the backwards R.
And I can tell you something about my name. There is less than 150 left in the Netherlands. But on Facebook, I found I have an extensive family because of the brother of my grandfather, who was a sailor in the Philippines. Over 300 with the same name.
Hello, Beck.
Yeah. Well.
So
they keep the name alive.
Yeah, actually, I am going to want to wrap it up here soon. We've been, in less than 10 minutes, we'll be at the 3-hour mark. Yeah. And I do have to get ready for a support group tonight.
And my first name, I was named after the town in Pennsylvania where my dad grew up.
Intercourse or Blue Ball?
Neither.
Or Bird in Hand. That's a Pennsylvania town too.
Yeah, Pennsylvania has some pervy town names.
Oh, they're all close together. That's the best part.
Well, this wasn't one of those.
Yeah. we have in our Commander and I have in our new series on YouTube that still is in the making. We have some quite original names, I can tell you, but I won't tell you.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, well, let's do the wrap up go around. Porpoise, you started to talk, so go first.
I was figuring you're going to start with me. Probably shouldn't assume, but I am the Sinister Porpoise. When you think of Sinister Porpoises, think of the Sinister Porpoise. I'm not active on YouTube right now because, I have students. Of course, I didn't need to make that sound like a disease, but
Medical science will come up with a cure for that.
I think it's called retirement.
Yeah, well, thanks to Molly's kids, I've been sick 3 times since the new school year started.
Yeah, there's a reason why
schools are just a breeding factory for germs.
There's a reason why I'm up on my vaccines. It didn't stay with my family that had the transplant recipient.
Oh, I got all my vaccines in the fall.
If you want to follow me somewhere, I like my numbers continuing to grow on Clapper. I wish I could transfer them over to YouTube because that would be an excellent start for a channel here. It's Mad Computer Scientist on Clapper. If you want to follow my YouTube accounts, they're still out there. It's the Sinister Porpoise and the Mad Computer Scientist. Eventually, I will come back to them because I'm sure either I'll say something that will probably get me fired or the state will handle that for me through legislation. But be excellent to each other. And so long, and thanks for all the fish.
On my last job, I said several things that got me fired. But, since I was self-employed, I had to keep calling myself back to work.
That's a problem.
Was one of them your answer to, are these the Post-it notes that stick? I can't believe I ever got asked that question while working for Staples. I can't believe I got fired for my answer, though. So.
Okay, Ned. Sounds like you got some projects in the works.
Yeah, we got some projects in the works, and it will be weird with weird ship captains, and I can. It's too weird to say because I'm a little weird in the head myself. I have this anime hat talking to me and yelling at me to say something that makes sense and stuff. That's me.
So you haven't even shown it to anyone, and already your characters are being shipped.
No, Ivy is one of the worst.
Okay,
we have
Commander.
a 3D Ivy.
Yeah, Ivy is an upgrade.
Going to be posting a stream soon after I get all the assets ready for it. Basically a serious debunk of a ridiculous Christian nationalist who even says that he himself is a weirdo. And we're still going to try to make some fun of him, but Flair went as far as to find.
No, I'm drawing the line there. A Christian nationalist cannot say that he is a weirdo. That's going to give all of us weirdos a bad name.
Yeah.
True.
Porpoise,
even
sure
went
wants
so
to know
far
what your answer
as
was to the Post-it note question.
I don't remember, but I'm willing to bet my answer was more than a little sarcastic.
Probably. Sorry, Commander.
even went so far as to find out that the Christmas tree he said was from Europe being vandalized was from Cairo. That's a level of debunk. And then I have the soundtrack. Yeah, but they have laws for Westerners, and that's where the Christmas tree was vandalized. But he claimed that it was being vandalized in Europe. And I have an audio file for the thing Ned and I are working on. I just started putting the actual video to it today. And then I have to render the CGI parts in it.
That will be done.
You don't have to play it. But
It will be
someone said
some
thank you for
project.
all the fish, and that's what.
Well, anytime you feel like playing a little preview on the show, just let us know.
I do
But
have
yeah,
it up, yeah.
I keep missing your streams. The timing's always bad for me.
Yeah, they have this stupid thing called time zones.
Well,
we're time traveling.
Yeah,
If
we're
you
time
move-
traveling. We're 6 hours ahead of you. You know that? We're in the future.
Yeah,
if you build a house right on the North Pole, it will be in all the time zones at the same time.
Yeah.
And you can have 3 90 degrees. You can have a triangle with 3 90-degree angles in spherical geometry.
Yep, I learned that when I was building geodesic domes. That you can also have a triangle that the 3 sides don't equal 180 degrees.
Well, in Euclidean geometry, you can't. But
yeah, but when you're trying to put triangles on a sphere, it happens. Okay, Journey, what's going on with you?
Well, there have been a couple of people that have dropped out of the Let Freedom Ring project. One person has come back in, and at Bree's recommendation, I've talked to both Bo and Dr. Ben about the project, and they have both declined for their own reasons. And but I've also since located an LGBTQ choir in the Twin Cities, and I've reached out to them. Haven't heard back yet.
Yeah. So for anyone in the side chat there, Journey has been looking for a transmask version to record a vocal part. So if you know of anybody, have them, DM one of us. Sorry. Trying to give you a plug. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Thanks, Perp. And also, there's 1 or 2 other positions that may be opening up. And if I do get in touch with the this choir, then hopefully they'll more than make up for any losses we've got currently. And I'm continuing to work on the visuals that are part of that project. And I'm also getting some nibbles on the job hunting front. So
good for you.
That's good.
Thank you.
Now, if you had some nibbles with gibbles, that would be even better.
Yeah, unfortunately, job hunting is very difficult these days, and despite what Trump wants to say, the numbers just show that we're actually, there is job growth in the United States.
Yeah, if you're an ICE agent.
Yeah, at the current rate, the number of new jobs added is not matching the number that the population is growing by. That's how bad it is.
Well, it's always going to, with technology's advance, it was always come to a point where you're going to have more people than you would ever have available jobs.
Yep.
That's why universe.
Sorry. Purpose?
I was going to say, that's why universal basic income needs to become a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I had another solution for creating a lot more jobs. Let's swap things around, and instead of a 5-day work week and a 2-day weekend, everybody should only work 2 days a week and have 5 days off. Of course, then we need to boost the minimum wage to the point that people can survive on working only 16 hours a week.
And still people would complain.
I have heard that 4-day work weeks are pretty successful.
Do you know how much I'd save on ibuprofen if I
used
only
to
had a
have
2-day
one.
work week?
The 4-day work week
When
became
I worked-
popular with some companies, just because they realized
That
that
was
it saves money with them, like not having to pay utilities on the building and such.
Go ahead, Commander.
Yep.
That was great. That was the happiest time of my life when I was working at Catalina Cylinders, and I had 4 days on, 3 days off, and the when you work an extra 2 hours a day, it doesn't feel like that much.
Yep. The best schedule I ever had was a job where I was working 3 12-hour shifts 3 days in a row, and then I had 4 days off every week. So yeah, for 3 days I didn't do anything but work, eat, and sleep. But then I had 4 days that I could do anything I wanted.
Nice.
Well, I don't get that, but I do get that nice, long vacation in the summer.
Yeah, but you need that to recover. I don't know, the idea of
I thought that's what was alcohol. I thought that's what alcohol was for.
yeah. Well, you've got to
I'm
have
actually
something
drinking.
if you're going to be stuck with 30 teenagers in a room all day.
Oh, I'm not stuck with the same 30 teenagers in the room all day.
Oh no. See, they've got a rotating roster.
You would be surprised how many teachers do stand-up comedy.
Not really.
Yeah, I don't think I would be. I've noted it. Okay, Mage, what about you?
Well, still waiting for the electrician to show up forever. But I did get the 4th chapter of my story finished last night.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'll be probably having to do a little bit of research for this next chapter. That's about all that's going on with me. I still gotta get that video together. I gotta get the footage off my phone for that delivery of the food.
Yeah.
So how are your ears doing since the doctor's appointment?
I don't feel the pressure, but it still will. I'll still get the ringing.
Okay.
I
That was
think it's...
Yeah, that's a lot of wax.
So, are we up to purple now?
Yes.
Well, if you had something else to say, Porpoise, because
Let's borrow Jenny's taglines. Be gay, do crimes.
yeah, I really don't have anything going on except be back here same time next week, and of course we need to thank the people who are helping support the channel: Kitty the Atheist, Robert X, Sandy Shore, ReGois, Greg Hartwick, Junie, and the Lavender Lady. I looked at my Patreon, and apparently I am still getting monthly contribution from the Lavender Lady.
That
So she must have left a bank account that nobody knew about to close, and they're still sending money every month.
Okay.
Oh.
Getting money from the grave there, huh?
Yeah, so I suppose whoever Diana had been subscribed to on Patreon we'll continue to get money until the bank account starts bouncing them.
I guess so.
She's watching over us even now.
Those poor. Sorry, I didn't know her that well.
Okay. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody. We see you next week.
Goodbye.
May the odds be
Bye.
ever in your favor.
Yep. And stand up to the ICE agents.
May the Schwartz be with you.